Hello and welcome to the show. They say when you stop dreaming, you stop living. And my first guest is an advocate for making sure people never give up on their dreams. Tray Chaney landed a dream job after his first television audition. He starred alongside Idris Elba and Michael B. Jordan on HBO's hit show, The Wire. And while getting that first gig was really impressive, his path to success hasn't been easy. I'm honored to welcome Tray Chaney to the show. How are you?
I'm good, Portia. I'm honored to be here on the show.
I am so honored. Thank you. And I'm so honored to have you here. So listen, everyone's like, oh, that's the man from The Wire, right?
Yeah.
But there's so many other stories afterwards. But
Right.
you know what I love? That it starts with a 19-year-old on stage at the Apollo.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
So just my introduction to this industry. You know, I started as a hip hop artist and a dancer. So that was from 8 years old to, like you said, 19 years old. So I'm winning Apollo at the age of from like 8 to 10 years old. I'm winning at New York City amateur night at the Apollo because I was too young.
Right.
But if we fast forward to 19 years old, I'm in my hometown, which is Forestville, Maryland, Washington, D.C. So I'm 19. I'm performing these songs at the legendary Lincoln Theater right next to Ben's Chili Bowl, which is a huge prime spot
Yes,
for
indeed.
everybody
Right
from
down the
DC.
street from Howard University.
Right down the street from HU. And so I'm performing and I win first place at this talent show. So a woman by the name of Linda Townsend, she walks up to me. She says, Tray, you did amazing. I seen how you just remembered all of those words to your songs. You were up there dancing. But have you ever thought about acting? And I said, yeah, I thought about acting. I took drama in high school, but it might have been for crazy reasons. There was a lot of nice ladies in there.
Of course.
Yeah, so I was in there, but I still was learning, you know, like sharpening my craft of acting. So I said, yeah, I always wanted to be an actor. But of course, my resume only consisted of performing, dancing, and rapping. She said, well, Tray, here's what I'm going to do. I'm impressed with what you did. I want to represent you as an actor. So here's some information to get your headshots, get some professional headshots, and you can still include your resume from all of the shows you've done.
Right.
She said, I'm going to submit you to television projects and movies.
That had to feel really good, right? To have
yeah.
a woman see one performance and a very good performance.
Exactly.
And be willing to invest in you like that, right? I feel like the first lesson for our viewers there is just being ready, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Stay ready so you don't got to get ready, and always be prepared. I think for Linda coming up to me and giving me an opportunity like that, even though my background was different from what she specialized in, it just made sense. So once I got my headshots, I put my resume on the back. Portia, the first job she submitted me for was the HBO series The Wire.
That is incredible to me. I read that, I was like, no way.
The first audition I ever went on and booked was the HBO series.
How did you do
Wire.
on that audition?
Oh my goodness, I'll never forget.
You had to be nervous, right? Or did you go in like, nah, I got this?
Well, no, I was nervous. But at the same time, when it came to remembering a monologue, I studied the monologue as if it was a song I wrote. So Pat Moran, one of the biggest casting agencies in Baltimore, she's auditioning for The Wire. So I walk in and she says, okay, Tray, slate. And I'm looking at her like, I don't know.
What that means.
What does that mean? She said, just say your name, your height, your role, and your agency.
Yeah.
So I slated. She said, okay, I'm going to count you down. Hit you on action, remember the monologue. So I had went through the monologue in the, the green room before we went in there. And once I read the monologue for her, she said, okay, that was good. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like,
that wasn't my audition. That was just my practice run.
So I said, that's it? She said, yeah, that's it. Cool. I'll see you whenever, or if we call you back.
How did you feel like,
you know what?
Did you feel like you had delivered or like, not really?
I felt like I was not going to get no call back. I felt like I was discouraged. I said, wait a minute. This is the first time I ever did this. I drove all the way from DC to Baltimore for 2 minutes to just get in there and do my thing. Goes. And that's how I go. So when I left,
you get the call.
I got the call 2 weeks later, which is a call back. And for all of the actors out here watching right now, the callback doesn't necessarily mean that you booked the role. That just means that they're interested and you got something that could fit the role.
So what happened after you got the call back?
I go back to the callback. You in there with the creator of The Wire, David Simon, Nina Noble, the executive producers from HBO.
Yeah.
They all in there and they say, okay, slate. I knew how to slate.
Right,
I said,
you had that down.
Roll height.
Take two, you know how to do it this time.
Take two, right? She said, all right, deliver the monologue. So I get to doing the monologue and I fumbled over words and I stopped. I said, can I be honest with y'all? I said, this is my first time doing this. And I know you're not supposed to say that
right,
in no audition.
You're breaking all the rules.
So I'm breaking all the rules, right? I said, this is my first time auditioning, man. Please do it over. Exactly. So pressure.
No pressure.
There's
right
the pressure
there
on me.
home. You just got to
So literally, I think that was a very quick prayer to God. I said, okay, I got to get this done.
And you got it done.
And the words just flowed. Again, they said, good job. I said, that's it?
That's it?
They said, that's it.
They're holding back.
A week later, they call me. They say, you didn't get cast for the role of Weebay, because that's who I originally auditioned for. Shout out to my man Hassan Johnson who got that role.
But you did get cast for.
They said, but you did get cast for this character named Malik Poot Carr. And I'm like, wow, okay. They said, yeah, so you're only supposed to be in the first 2 episodes of the first season. It was a pilot. You know, if anybody don't know what a pilot is, we shooting it. If it get picked up, but once it got picked up, you know.
But clearly this role lasted far longer than the first 2 episodes.
This role lasted all 5 seasons, and Poot never got killed off the show.
Which is huge, right?
which is a huge thing.
Understand what that means. You had the gift of playing this in such an incredible way. All right, hold on. Just hold that thought right there. So many great stories. Up next, you are going to meet J.D. Williams. You watch this. You gonna recognize him from The Wire too. Boom, what I tell you. He also supported Tray through some really tough times that came after The Wire, after they were in this amazing show together. Their inspiring story of support and friendship and acting and all the things. All that's coming up after the break.